Madhilla chapter 5 text 114. तुहार सत्य तुष्ट हैलान दुहे मागवर दुई विप्रवर मागे आनंद अंतर. So so the Lord is speaking now to the two Brahmanas. The Lord has given witness and the honor of both the Brahmanas has been preserved. Duhar Satya Tushta Haila. Duhar Satya. So, by the truthfulness of both of you, Tushta Haila. I have been satisfied. Duhamagavar. Please ask for a benediction. Now, the younger Brahmana's truthfulness can be understood that he had so much faith that the Lord will come as a witness that he went all the way to Vrindavan and besieged the Lord and cleverly argued in such a way that the Lord agreed to come. But what about the elder Brahmana? Now, what does this mean in truthfulness? In general, in this world, truthfulness is an important virtue, but it also has to be balanced with other factors. So the elder Brahmana was also truthful in the sense that when he gave his word in front of the deity to give his daughter in marriage to the younger Brahmana, he intended to keep the word. At the same time, when his family members threatened to kill themselves, then he could not very well neglect that threat, because he, as the head of the family, was responsible for taking care of them. So he wanted to preserve his truthfulness. At the same time, he also wanted to ensure that his family members did not die. So that's what also he prayed to the Lord when he went along with his son's plot to try to defame the younger Brahmana. So the elder Brahmana, although externally it might seem that he did not readily keep his word unless his hand was forced. Actually, his intention was not to depict the younger Brahmana in a negative light, but to ensure that his family members did not take this extreme step. So in this way, both his dharma as a Brahmana in terms of protecting his word and his responsibility of taking care of his family members, both was taken care of. Dui vipra var mage ananda antar. So the Lord said, I am pleased with you, therefore you can ask for a benediction. And then both of them, they became joyful to know that the Lord was pleased with them. The Lord had manifested before them, and the Lord was now asking for a benediction. They became very pleased and they said, with joy they asked for a benediction. Text 115. Yadi var dibe tab rahe sthana kinkarer daya tav sarva loke jane. So, yadi var dibe, if you want to give us a benediction, now their selflessness also is seen. Their devotion also is to be seen here. That they did not ask for wealth, they did not ask for position or power. Yadi var dibe tabe raha e sthane. Please stay at this place itself. Kinkarere daya sarva loke jane. That how merciful you are to your servants, and the whole world will come to know about it. Now, actually, the deity is coming all the way to be a witness itself is an extraordinary story, and that itself is going to be proclaimed. But if the deity which was in the north comes to the south, and not only comes to the south for a visit and goes back, but stays over there, that is even more astonishing. And if the deity stays here, Sarva Loka Jane, so people will come at different times and people will see the deity and then they will hear the story of the deity, and then If you just come and go, it may be it may get forgotten. But if you stay here, that will be remembered for a long, long time, and all people will come to know about your glory. Therefore, their request is also a devotional request, that the Lord's love for his devotees may be known through the whole world, so that more and more people will become devoted to him. So here we see the more or less pure devotional nature of their desires. गोपाल रहिया दुह करे न सेवन देखिते आइल सब देशेर लोक जन. So Gopala Rahila. So accordingly, Gopal decided to stay there. Duhe kare na sevan. And both of them served Gopal over there. They knew that Gopal had stayed over there at their request, and actually they considered their responsibility as well as a great opportunity for them to have the opportunity to serve Gopal. They both served Gopal over there. And Dekhite Aila Sab Loka. Dekhite Aila. So to see this wonderful thing, what exactly had happened, how the Lord had manifested himself. Sab Deshere Lokajan. From various parts of the area, from all over the country, people came to see this amazing deity who had come to bestow mercy on the two Brahmanas, the servants, on his servants. Sadeshir Raja Aila Ascharya Shuniya Parama Santosh Paila Gopala Dekhiya. Sadeshir Raja, so the king of that area, Aila Ascharya Shuniya. Ascharya Shuniya means when he heard this astonishing story, the king himself came. The kings in those times were very reverential, were quite pious, devoted, most of them. And the event of a deity on his own coming to his kingdom and residing at a place in his kingdom was so momentous that the king decided to come himself. And he came, and Parama Santosha Paila Gopala Dekhiya. And when he actually saw with his own eyes how the Gopal deity had come and how the Gopal deity was so extraordinarily beautiful, that Parama Santosha Haya, Param Santosha Paila, he felt extremely joyful. Now, here again we see that the devotee, what starts off as one devotional desire then manifests into a major devotional center. So it was the devotional desire of the elder Brahmana to give his younger daughter to the younger Brahmana for service, as a reward for his faithful service. And that was done in front of the deity, and then the deity came as a witness. So from one desire, what all will manifest, we'll see. The king himself has come and seen it, seen the temple deity, but now much more is going to happen there. Mandir Kariya Raja Seva Chalaila Sakshi Gopala Bali Tandra Nama Khyati Paila Khyate Haila. So Mandir Kariya. Now the Brahmanas, they did not have, even the elderly Brahmana who was from a rich family, that riches was also relative to the average level of wealth of the Brahmanas. It is not that this rich Brahmana had enough wealth to build a temple on his own. Building a temple requires a huge amount of resources. So when the king came there, the king was so pleased to see the deity, and he felt that this deity should be honored with a temple. So Mandira Karaila. So he built a Kariya, Raja Seva Chalaila. Now the two Brahmanas were serving the deity, but then when the king came, the king felt that actually the deity should be served much more gloriously. So accordingly, he arranged for the service of the deity. And Sakshi Gopala Bali Tandra Nama Khyati Haila. And then this deity became celebrated by the name Sakshi Gopal, the deity who had given borne witness for the sake of his devotee. Thank you.